All right. Welcome everyone to Roleplay. How's it going? The D&D show that enforces my players just to roll with it. I am Dan, your DM for this campaign. So welcome everyone, new and old. As you can see, we are starting a brand new campaign with a new DM, backdrop, new players, and this is our episode 0. So, which means there'll be technical problems. So just be expected. It can happen. But we're just doing an intro episode for now before we get into the heart of our campaign. As you may see the picture already, the campaign is based off of Waterdeep Dragon Heist and will be longer than our previous campaign that our lovely former DM Kimarie ran, who's now a player, which is interesting. I love it. Speaking of our players, let's get to know them more. So I guess we'll start with myself. I've been playing D&D for about 8 years. Super fun. I've been DMing for about 3. My favorite class, I think, probably is Rogue, because I love being sneaky and just disguising myself as other people. But yeah, let's start alphabetically with our players. Let's start with Cal. So talk about yourself. Yeah.
Oh, I get to go. All right. Yeah, my name's Cal. I played Briar in Kimarie's campaign. And I guess I got introduced to GURPS by my older brother like 20 years ago. And since then I've had kind of casually gotten involved in that in Pathfinder and then started DMing because no one else wanted to.
Don't you love that? Yeah.
Maybe like 5 years ago. So yeah, and since then I found that I enjoyed it and had this brain baby of trying to start a stream for some reason, and now here we are. So.
Perfect. All right, well, thank you. And Cal does a lot of work behind the scenes too, such as music and the nice display that you see here. Cal really does a lot, so thank you for your help. And all right, and Dennis, now you're joining us, but you're not new to us yet. You are with us, but this is your first time kind of showing your face besides Monster Prom, right?
Yeah, so I was the AV specialist for the previous campaign. Filmed everything, broadcasted. Now I'm playing. I've been playing video games for a really long time. Been playing D&D not quite as long, but I'm looking forward to this experience. So
same here. Glad to have you on board, Dennis. And then again, thank you again for all your help with everything behind the scene too. Now, the next person isn't much of a stranger. She was our lovely DM on our first campaign. I guess, go ahead, Kimarie.
I'm Kimarie. I'm sick right now, so my voice sounds weird. I'm Kimarie. I was the DM before, and now I'm a player. I'm super excited. I've been playing D&D for probably like a little over 3 years. Dan and Justin are actually the ones that introduced me to it, so I'm super excited to be playing with both of them again, and of course Cal again, and then playing with Dennis. We've played a couple other things in the past, so I'm super excited. And thanks for everybody for watching the stream. Again, I'm really looking forward to campaign number 2.
Last but certainly not, I can't talk. Please, let me just screw up your entrance, Justin. Why don't you introduce yourself?
You can do that for me. I can handle that. Hi, I'm Justin. I've playing D&D for about 5-ish years now. Maybe a year after whenever Dan started, but he's the one who got all of us and some of our other friends into wanting to play more. I've played a lot of classes, but there's still a few I haven't actually played, but my favorite so far has been the Warlock. I've just had really good patron or god interactions that have made me want to continue to play it, but Cleric is also a pretty nice class as well. Other than that, I'm just really excited to see what's in store for us today. If I'm going to get something that I haven't played before or something like that, but I hope you guys just enjoy our interactions together.
Never know. No, and Justin, thank you again. We're so happy to have you coming on board. You were really helping us with moderating our first campaign and for continuing to be a big support of the show. So thank you so much, and we're happy to have you as a player now.
Thank you for having me.
Yay!
Now, Justin did bring up a good point, and that's the thing. They don't know a lot about their characters. Normally, in normal D&D, you get to choose your characters. So, in case you're new here, this is a bit different than your normal Dungeons and Dragons stream. In normal D&D, the players normally create and build their characters that they want to play. Well, that's not happening. Instead, I have created characters specifically for each of my players. This includes race, class, alignment, what they're allergic to, everything. So they know little about their characters, and as each episode goes on, they will get clues and more information about themselves. So as soon as they know, you guys will know at home. And everything is fair game. So not only have I used traditional D&D source books and rules, but homebrew is also up for grabs as well. Which brings me to my next point. To all the hardcore D&D fans out there, yes, we're using the standard rules. But I'm using the rule of cool, meaning if I think it's stupid, I'm going to change it to be fun. Because why the hell not? And also a bit of a disclaimer, this campaign will be a bit more adult, meaning there will be swearing. It will happen. So just be prepared.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, it will. I mean, not a lot probably, but maybe some adult themes here. Just
within reason.
Of course, and maybe because I'm in a hell of a mood. No. But also kind of piggybacking off of Kimarie's first campaign, this show is heavily roleplay based. So if there's a situation that my players are in and they do a tremendous and mind-blowing job getting through it, I will award some inspiration that they can use as an extra roll of their dice, like a do-over. So, before we jump into campaign number 2, any last words? No, anything else? Any other announcements you guys want to say?
Good luck, Godspeed.
All right.
Yeah.
So now we're officially going to get into campaign 2, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. On roll or
Roleplay.
We got it. We got it.
Well, is there anything? I just wanted to say one more thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. Well, no, what's up?
I just don't know how sensitive my mic is, but for anyone watching, if you have questions or anything, if we don't get to them right away, we'll get to them eventually. So please feel free to be interactive in the chat. I promise one of us will try to respond. So no pressure. You do not have to. Just sit back and relax. So just appreciate being here.
Also, that's a really good point, Justin, and thank you for bringing that up. I also want to just give a brief shout out to the people that are just tuning in now. We're 8 or 9 viewers. I see good friends of ours, Mallory, Sarah, and Tyler hopping on. So love all you guys. Thank you for the support. Please spread the word and the love, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And now more pressure's on me.
Yeah, Tyler was also one of the previous players too.
Yeah.
So just so you guys are aware.
Now they'll be like, okay, how's Dan gonna do? All right. So here we go, guys. By the way, lovely background music. Enjoy it, everyone. We begin our story in the ever-famous city of Waterdeep. Waterdeep, also known as the City of Splendors, or the Crown of the North, is the most important and influential city in the North, and perhaps all in Faerun. It is a truly marvelous cosmopolitan city of great culture that attracted the most talented artisans, artists, and scholars from across the realms, as well as a commercial hub for financial interests along the coast and beyond. A city that is a melting pot filled with different races, cultures, the wealthy, the poor, the innocent, and the deadly. We begin our story in one of the most notorious taverns of the city, the Yawning Portal, located in the Castle Ward in the southern half of the city. This tavern was built around this giant well that leads to the Undermountain, a multi-tiered dungeon comprised of several interconnected chambers and lairs located deep beneath the city of Waterdeep. In the late morning in spring, we see Cal's character tidy up one of the rooms that a customer just checked out for the day. Why don't you introduce your character, Cal? Like, what are you doing, and explain how you contribute to the tavern?
Alright, my name is Azrael Calpazade, and I work at the Yawning Portal as I guess just I'm in charge of all the lodging, so
Yeah, housekeeping lodging.
Yeah, housekeeping.
None of that. No one else knows. Like Kimarie already is surprised. I can see the look on her face.
How do you spell that?
Azrael is AZ''RAIL. And
Thank you.
Talpazane is my last name.
I'm just gonna put a T for now.
That's fair. That's
You can
fair.
also post it in the chat if you'd like as well. We can post it in the Twitch.
I will do that on a different day because I've got so many windows open.
Fine.
Yeah. So I live and work at the Yawning Portal and have for a few years. I think I might like it.
Yeah, you're right now. You're doing some turn down service for the day. One of the regulars named let's see here, Maloon. Yeah, Maloon War Dragon. There we go.
Yeah.
It's very small print for me. Maloon is one of the regulars. You know him pretty well. He is downstairs in the main center of the tavern. One thing I haven't mentioned, it is 2 floors. So the bottom floor is food, drinks, service, and then upstairs is for lodging. So you're probably just turning down the room right now and going down the stairs if you want. Is there anything else you wanted to do just briefly about your character before we move on? Did you mention your nickname, or do you want to leave that?
I did not mention it. I think I'll leave it for now.
Okay. I mean, I'll know your name.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Ironically.
Let me actually let's just segue to the next character.
Perfect.
Dennis. Same thing. Why don't you talk about where you are? You're probably in the kitchen, right?
Yep. So I'm in the kitchen. I'm the cook chef for the Inn of the Yawning Portal.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
doing some prep work for the lunch rush a little bit.
Yeah.
What's your signature dish? Like, what do you like to make?
So my signature dish is a steak sandwich with nice creamy goat cheese and some vinaigrette reduction that goes on top with a little bit of spinach on a nice Italian bread.
And this is a very high populated city, so you can easily get those ingredients through the local guilds. You know the Butcher's Guild very well. Pretty much like any type of artisan, so like the farmers as well as the East Coast, east of the city. You know, they bring some of their goods and dairy over to the popular inns, and since this is arguably the most popular inn of the city, you know your way around a lot of those guilds specifically for that reason. All right, yeah. So
and my name is Garrett Craig.
Yeah. Garrett Craig, yes.
Can you spell
Could
that,
you spell
please?
that for us, please?
GERRAKRIG. I believe that was the correct spelling.
That's okay. GUERRA.
GUERRAKRIG. I apologize.
You're fine. You know your name. It's fine. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. All right. Now we go to the front end of the bar, and there's 3 drow, which, in case anyone's new to D&D, kind of like gray-skinned elves with some white hair, in front of our resident bartender. Kimarie, why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's me. So I'm the bartender. My name is Miki, and that's MEHKI. My name's Miki, and yeah, I'm bartender. And I know the clientele pretty well. I know the regulars, and can get things ready for them as soon as I see them walk in the door. I like measurements and making people fun and fruity drinks, but that's not really what the people like around here, unfortunately. But I adore fruity drinks, so I'll try to make people buy them, but it's normally people just want an ale or something boring like that. So
Yeah, it's a huge. You would probably say there's a huge different clientele, a lot of different races, cultures that come here.
For sure.
Ale is pretty popular here because, especially, they just want to drink something and get out. Sometimes a
Cheap,
lot of
yeah.
people. Yeah, exactly. But you in your spare time, you like to make a lot of your own homebrew drinks. You
Mhm.
like making, some favorite specials, kind of like what Garrett Craig does with his food. So,
Yes.
and then lastly, we have Justin's character on the floor, kind of like right at one of the tables back there. So why don't you tell us, Justin, about your character?
Well, my character's name is Daimina Mozari, and that is XIMINAMO'Zary. And I'll post that in the Twitch chat, so if you guys want to look at that, you can. So I am part of the wait staff here at Waterdeep, and I've been here for a few years. And unfortunately, I don't remember much beyond those 3 years, but so far I've been living a pretty good life here, and I actually live in some of the lodgings that are paid for by working here, working directly under the tavern's owner, whose name is Durden, which I'm sure we're all familiar with, I hope.
Oh yeah, now you all know who
Oh,
Darren
I
is.
definitely know Durden.
You
Wait,
never know.
Who?
Yeah.
No,
Mhm,
kidding.
mhm.
Hey now.
I'm kidding.
I'm
kidding.
new. But my favorite drink, despite being part of the wait staff, is red wine. Preferably something that is older or has been around for a very long time. The longer, the better. I love that so much, and I actually enjoy my job here. I'm pretty good at it, from what I've heard from my employer.
Yes, Durnan really does value you. You really, you get a little bit more coin and tips than the normal waiter, waitress. We don't know yet. Because you're good at your job. There is one other waitress that works there that all of you are familiar with by the name of Bonnie. She is human, brown hair, pale skin, typical, like kind of green, brown, earthy colors. Kind of like a barmaid outfit. And she's actually right next to you right now, Zymina. Just calling back to her, and she looks pretty. Like she's kind of like rubbing her shoulders a bit. She's looking at you and just like, Zamina, I don't know how you do it. I swear we get treated like objects sometimes. It's ridiculous. But I guess the pay is good, right? How you doing, honey? How you doing?
Very good. I'm actually looking forward to the day. Every day is different, and yeah, there's a couple of rude customers, but I mean, they're here to drink, and I get paid nonetheless. So really, it's just easy to look on the positive side, I think. And to kind of, they kind of give a smile to Bonnie as best as they can, knowing that it's going to be a long, hard day, but hopefully it'll be worth it.
Yeah, well, bound to be getting more coin later on in the day, with the dinner rush and all. So that's when we really put on that charm. But I will let you know, you got to be careful of table 7 over there. Do you see those 2 goblins over there? And you see, as you kind of like point around to the corner of where you're talking at, there's 2 goblins on the northeast count of the map that they're kind of like just drinking sloppily. They're throwing some like whatever you think is like meat on the ground, just like crumbles and stuff. They're just like really splurging on themselves, which is something you're really not a fan of. Just a character note: you hate people getting like just engorging themselves sloppily. It's a very distasteful and disrespectful type of thing to do for you. That kind of irks you a bit. Bonnie looks at you and just be careful of them, because they're hecklers out there and just being a little rowdy. But I'm sure that over time it won't be too bad. Just keep to yourself. And then as you guys are walking back, one of the goblins goes, "Hey, Toots, it's good to see you again." Oh, and you got a friend. Look at you. I like you better. And you see him just slobber that ale. The goblin's looking at you, yellow teeth, just like some scars all over their face. Like, very good. Say anything or do anything?
Yeah, I would say my character will just kind of adjust their clothing, noticing from other people that it is very tailored to their body. It's
Mhm.
not like a perfect fit, but it is something that a lot of people probably would notice that they take very good care of how they look. And my character will just do a slight bow to them and smile and just say, "Well, I thank you for noticing me. If you do need anything, please don't hesitate to let us know."
Oh,
And if they don't respond, like or they, excuse me, will go to either another table or kind of observe the rest of the room.
oh, don't worry. I think I need a bit of something. I could use a refill of my drink. And he pours out his ale on the table and gives it to you. I just want to see you walk to the bar to get one for me. Do you think you can do that?
My character will definitely try to keep up the smile they have on, but
Mhm.
they will just nod their head while making eye contact with the
Mhm.
goblin and just
Sure.
go, "Of course, I will get that for you, and I'll get a rag and clean this up as well." And I keep saying that, I'm sorry,
That's
I'm
okay.
not used to that.
I'm not
They,
going to correct you either way until we confirm it. So again,
I
guys,
know.
like, no one knows they're, that they're he,
Mhm.
him, that she, her, then they. Like, we don't know yet. Confirm. But
Right, so that's on me, I'm
but I
sorry.
mean, they call you Toots, but maybe they have a specific taste. So you never know.
Right, and I'm
Things
sorry, it's
change.
just I'm so used to using a lot of
That's
my
fine.
past
It's okay.
characters were female, so
That's
I'm
okay. Yeah.
defaulting.
It's fine.
They will go over and gingerly take the empty mug of ale while avoiding any prolonged contact with the goblins, just in case they should reach out. I'm assuming having experience in the past of gropage or anything of the sort, and will neatly grab any other empty ale and or cup and head over to the bar to get
Perfect.
refills and a rag.
Perfect. Well, you walk away. You notice the goblins are trying to check you out, and then they're laughing like, "Oh, that was funny." Like, yeah, that was funny. Like they're just downright horrible. But what I'll do, I want to try this out with Roll20 again. We're testing things out. I wanted to show you what Bonnie looks like if I can bring up her sheet. So then that way you guys can see her. Okay, I did hit show to players. Let's try it on this map here and see if that pops up. There we go. Wonderful. Yep, so that's Bonnie.
Yahoo!
All of you know Bonnie. She's a doll. She works. She doesn't live in the tavern. All of you live in the tavern. You all sleep in the same exact room. You all have 4 beds in one
Oh
room.
dear.
So
Great.
so let's 10 viewers. Wow, hello everyone. Hi. Just letting everyone know, no one knew that they worked with each other in the tavern. This was a complete surprise. Cal, actually, I'm going to call you out on this. When we were going through character development, they were asking about, like, okay, who are the people that work there? Who do I know? Like, who knows my drink?
I have Mickey's name in my notes.
And I had to be really careful on who I can say. But all of you have worked with each other. You all get along with each other very well. You know your nicknames. You know, for the most part, hobbies and interests, and how you all contribute to the tavern. And Bonnie is a good part of that group too. Now, also, Dernan, on the subject of him, he is the owner of the Yawning Portal. He is all your boss. He's a man of few words, straight to the point, but he gets stuff done. And one thing about the Yawning Portal is it's a very interesting meetup space, meaning, yeah, there can be casual customers and tourists here, but there's also some big names that come in here, good and bad. And Dernan allows these people to come in and do what they need to do, strictly to the fact that they're not going to cause any problems. Because Waterdeep, even though it's a vast city, there could be some crime and underhand dealings happening. So Dernan rules with a strict fist, but also giving them leisure to do what they need to do and not pry into their business. And he tells that to all of you. Basically, if there's someone coming in that you know is no good, just keep your nose clean, move on. He gives you tools of the trade. He's really good. And speaking of Durnan, let's show you what he looks like. Miki, Durnan kind of works hand in hand with you at the bar itself. So as you can see on the map, if we go to it, you can see Durnan is near, kind of like the front door. So when people come in, he's the first face that people see. He does this so that he first scans the people that are coming in because he knows them very well, pretty much out of all of you. And if they're going to be a problem right away, he either shoos them out or handles them accordingly on his own hands. Right now in the tavern, we have a few people here. You can just quickly go over it. We have just 3 drow that came in that Miki is kind of serving up right now. And then we also have Jailster, or Jailester Silvermane, the top corner here. He's by himself. He always orders 2 drinks. There's usually nothing too strong, just something light, Miki. But he always orders 2 drinks, and just sets one in front of him, and then one that he drinks for himself. And he goes there pretty regularly for the majority of the day.
Could you spell his name? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. It is Jalester.
Okay.
And I will say this: what I love about this book, it gives me pronunciations of their names, so
That's so nice.
with my Uber accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jalester Silvermane. Yes, very nice guy. He's good. Very quiet, likes to keep to himself, but anytime you start conversation with him, he's very nice. Then you have 3 Strings, the Bard. He is north of the tavern here, kind of like where Zymina is.
Can you take down Durnan's picture?
Oh, is it still up there?
Yeah.
I think I took it out of mine.
Exit off.
I think you just gotta exit out of it, I think. I just give you access to show it. Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 Strings is the hi Bonnie. There's 3 Strings. Is located at the north end, kind of like near one of the nice chairs. 3 Strings gets his name because he's a bard and there's only 3 strings left on his lute. He's a very socially awkward bard for the most part, still friendly, but he kind of just comes here to wind down for a bit. Doesn't drink too much, but maybe see a couple locals, maybe play a few tunes, get some coin. Durnan accepts it as well. It's not a problem as well. Then you also have, if I can get to the dang page, Melon. I'm sorry. See, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Melanor and his cat Pumpernickel is located the northeast part, kind of like where the goblins are. Melanor is reddish hair, huge mane of hair that goes down to like the shoulders and upper chest. Elven in nature, so pale skin, fine skin, smooth skin. Pretty quiet for the most part, but he carries himself very well and loves Pumpernickel. Pumpernickel is a tabby cat, orange fur for the most part, with some black and some white on the chest, kind of like a tortie, a domestic short hair. Very sweet. And he loves his milk. There's something that Garrett does to the milk that makes Pumpernickel come back more and more. Garrett, you know this is a mix of some tuna in the milk. You do a little bit of just a little bit of essence of that from maybe you squeeze the juice a little bit and just put a couple drops in there and have a little bit of a taste in it. But you don't tell them that because you want to still get your business. And then you also have, next to that, on the east side, you have Obaya. Yep, Obaya Ude. She has been more of a recent visitor to the tavern. She has been venturing actually inside of the well. So, as mentioned earlier on in the intro of this campaign, the well leads to the Undermountain of the city of Waterdeep, which is an interconnecting like catacomb or dungeon full of creatures, monsters, treasures galore. Not a lot of people know that. Durnan knows about it. He's been down there. So he, as a precaution, also built around the well to also kind of benefit the city. So then that way it's kind of filtered in. Like, the adventurers still go in, but it's a way to kind of mitigate things. And also sometimes things pop out of there. And it's better to have Durnan or someone else handle it. Or an adventurer in the tavern that can help with that. And then last but not least, on the southern end, we have Mayloon. There you go, Cal. Mayloon War Dragon. Mayloon pretty much basically lives in the tavern. He rents out a room. Azrael knows of Mayloon very well. Good service, good man. He wields some sort of weapon or axe. It's interesting. He holds every day. He holds it out and studies it, but he can't figure it out. He's still friendly, still nice, but it's just like there's something in his mind. He has a confused look. Like studies it, but super friendly. So, what I'm going to do, I need everyone to roll a d20. And what we're going to do is you guys have one person or place you guys want to speak with for your little interaction. So I need everyone to tell me what they rolled, and the higher number gets to choose first.
3.
Oh, Garrett Craig, oh no.
14.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
4.
Okay. So it'll be Zymina, then Miki, then Azrael, then Garrett Craig. All right. So Zymina, as you can see, you passed the goblins, you got them their drink, you're like, oh yeah, great, whatever. Then you just move on with, whatever they are. You don't give them the satisfaction of letting them get the best of you. Is there anyone you wanted to visit in particular or check up on?
I would like to first check to see how Bonnie is managing her section before I move on to maybe the other side of the room, as I feel my character might do, just to make it easier since of the little interaction she had with Bonnie. Seems like she might, be having a little bit of a rough start to her day. Sure.
No, Bonnie is doing actually pretty well. She's been with the tavern a little bit longer than you guys have. For the most part, she frequents the tavern pretty frequently. She works hard, but it seems like just those goblins were giving her some trouble. It's just more of just frustration and just dealing with those people again. But you can tell she takes pride in her work and her job, is under good management with Durnan, trusts them, and loves you guys too. So if that's going to be the worst thing she has to deal with all day, it's not going to bother her at all. And she actually comes up to you and she goes, "Thank you again, darling. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you can sometimes handle it better than I can, but she gives you a little bit of like a half-hearted hug, like now don't let them get to you now, but I know you'll be fine. I'm watching you."
So they will look at Bonnie and will say, "Well, I'm sure having memory problems will help kind of elevate and keep my mood neutral, so that's okay. But
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna go over here and check on the rest of the customers. Just let me know if you need help, okay?"
Oh, of course, and don't worry, I sometimes forget things too. Sometimes we work too hard and just get a little razzled. But it's all good. Well, I'm coming, and just looks at him 3 strings and is just about to give him some food. He's getting his food ready. So, Bonnie's gonna go in the kitchen with Garrett Craig. Zymina, who do you want to visit?
I think based on some information you had given me about my character, how Zymina seems to know a little bit about all the people coming in and seems to get the hot take on things.
Yes, very much so.
Seems to be a newcomer, and knowing that person that she has traveled inside of the well, this could be a good opportunity to get any new information that she can give to Durnan for future adventures or tourists to help, further advertise the tavern, even though it's big enough it doesn't need it, but you never know. And I believe that was over here, correct? On the east wall?
Yes, so that is Obaya.
Okay. So
Yes.
Amina will take the long way around to avoid the goblins, just because they don't want to have to, do anything over
Of
there.
course, yes.
They can help it for now. So.
Your character listens very well too. You're like, the gossip, the tea. Like, you keep your eyes and ears peeled at all times. That is a very important character trait that you have. Because of that, you can just easily tune in, especially the regulars that come in. You know their voice just like that, so you can navigate yourself pretty well and just kind of here and there just catch up on things. So, yep, you make your way towards Opaya. Beautiful dark-skinned woman. She's wearing kind of like a priest headdress as well, all in white and gold. She has some jewelry, just like kind of like a gold chain on her wrist that kind of connects to her ring finger. Kind of moves around and it's pretty loose. She is just having some it looks like what Miki kind of brew, kind of like a strawberry cream concoction, with like a little bit of it's interesting. It has like a golden filigree around it too, kind of like matching what she wears, which is something Miki would probably do. You can tell that Miki puts a lot of art into their work. Obaya looks at you and says, "Oh yes, hello there. It's good to see you. Did you want to have a seat? You looked very tired right now."
Would I know Miki likes to cater to customers who actually want their drinks to be custom, or do I not know that about Miki yet?
Yeah. So as wait staff, you know very well there are certain customers that want custom drinks made that Miki, or specifically Durnan. No shade at Miki, but Durnan, who's been there a long time, sometimes they just trust him to make the drinks. Miki likes to experiment a little bit more, try new things. You could tell that this is just something that Miki wanted to do to kind of throw some flair into it.
So
And
Zemina
really
will. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. You're good.
Zemina will look at Obaya and they will just curtly bow and shake their head no. No, thank you. It's not too bad of a day at all. Actually, I just came over to check up on you. It looks like
Oh,
Miki had made something for you that matches your outfit. And
I know.
that they kind of like straighten their pose as if to kind of like show off their own like tailored look, but they can really appreciate that Miki had made something that matched their outfit so well.
Yeah, Obaya looks at you, and she's very beautiful, by the way. Very elegant. She holds herself very highly, but doesn't come off show office at all. She's just a very calming presence. Oh yes, no, that's Miki. That one has a way with drinks for sure. I can see why people come to the tavern a lot, because any other tavern you go to, it's interesting to say the least. That is not the main reason I came here. I'm merely here on a break. And she like kind of nods to the well next to her.
They will follow her gaze to the well as if looking within as well, and then turn back toward Obara and just say, "Oh, I did hear that you were adventuring down there. While I know we get a lot of adventurers here, we don't seem to get people who are new and jumping in right away. You mind if I ask how that's going for you?"
Well, I'm alive, aren't I? That's a good start. No, it's... I can understand why you probably haven't noticed me right away, because, I'm not here for the food or the drinks, usually. But the Undermountain, all the treasures, the magic, the dangers. I'm here on an expedition. Pretty much to gain its magical treasures. I'm back to my employer, the merchant prince, Wakanga Otamu of Port Nenzaru. Wakanga deals in knowledge and information, lost lore, potions, and scrolls. But Wakanga is very, very busy, but I'm mainly just coming here to see what's there, and I found some good things. But the danger is how far deep you want to go. the deeper you go, the less likely you are to escape. As much as I appreciate you, I don't want to judge you based off of your character, but I don't think you going down the well right now is the best thing for your job. But maybe that's why I don't know if you're if Durnan does discourages that. I think he actually does. He says don't go down the well. But I'm debating whether to go down further or just take what I have and go. And she turns to the candle on the table, because you guys have a little bit of candlelight too. What's your opinion about fire? Of how the flame dances? Zymina, right? I hear your name.
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought I would have introduced myself earlier. I must have forgotten. So
Don't
sorry.
worry. No need to apologize. I can listen. I know.
Dan, is there anything I would feel a particular way when it comes to fire or the well in response to, what he has been saying to me, or is this something I can kind of come up with on the fly?
Sure. Fire in the well. You're just like, it's fire in a well. What is this? What's Obaya? Why is she talking like this? Is this like a charade, or what's she doing here? You're just more of the fact of like, I have a job to do. Like, okay, let's get on with it. Like, what do you want from me?
Zymina will maintain their smile, perhaps a little quirked up brow in response to her pondering, because she's wondering why she would unload all this, and she takes a moment to think before saying, well, I don't really have an opinion on fire or the well, but if I do hear anything, perhaps I can, be of assistance in that way. But perhaps going alone is not the best way.
She holds her hand up to you as if she knows how you're carrying yourself in the charade of being waitstaff, and she's trying to establish more of an authentic connection with you. And it's like, the reason I ask you this question is because fire means a lot of things to many people. It means life, it means danger, it means warmth. You can easily light it, ignite it, or extinguish it. You can see it dance. You can see it destroy. There's something with you that I'm very curious about. But I wonder if the flame is going to grow brighter and bring warmth, or if it's going to cause more harm than good. But what do I know? I'm just here on an adventure. And she starts drinking a little bit.
I would say Zymina, in response to this more profound answer from her, would look a little more uncomfortable than they normally would, just because it seems pretty personal, and since their own background is a little foggy, they are not like understanding completely what this person is talking about. But they will say in politeness that, well, I do think that if you go down deeper and aren't able to return, we won't be able to have this conversation. So perhaps taking what you can, coming back another night to visit here, me, whoever you may please, would be the best thing you can do. Maybe that way you'll get to see whether or not, and Zymina will look at the flame of the candle and look back to the patron and say, see if that flame is something that will either destroy or perhaps cleanse. Positive or negative, I can't say, but if you do need another drink, please let me know. I'll be happy to help. And they will give a bow and turn as if ready to leave unless they have something else to say.
He looks at you and goes, I do hope we meet again. I value honest conversation. And I apologize ahead of time as I'm very cryptic. And this drink is very filling. There's a lot of cream in it. It's a little heavy for me. It's new, but I see the love and affection that Miki put into it, so I'm grateful. As is you, with the bow and the gesture. Just know that just take care of yourself. I think that's the most, and follow your instincts. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna finish this up and probably leave, but thank you for your time. I appreciate it. All right. All right, next up, Miki.
That's
Uh,
me.
don't. We're not starting that now. I will reveal something right now. There's no Slurpee in this damn campaign. It's
No! I love
he's
Slurpee.
dead. He's
No.
been smushed by a giant. No, I'm kidding.
He's my
dead.
imaginary best friend.
Oh boy. Well, we're not bringing that in. I'm all for improv, but that's one thing I'm shutting down right now.
Oh, boy, leave Slurpee alone.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love it. Durnan's coming up to you, and says, hey, Miki, hey, hey,
Sup?
how's the day going?
I mean, it's going pretty good. I was able to make my special cherry drink for that nice lady over there, so
Yeah.
you know, I was able to make an extra,
Mm-hmm.
Please hold. I just lost everything. I know. Sure, thank you.
No, it's fine.
Because
Yeah.
you gave me permission, to try something extra things.
Yep, I
To
sure
make more
did.
money for us. So
Yeah, and you do a very good job of that.
thank
Which
you.
I'm grateful for.
I mean, I learned from the best,
Oh yeah, no, it's. I'm not gonna say thank you. He clears his throat. I just wanted to give you. I'm just relieving you for a little bit so you can take a break. So I got the front for now. If you want to talk to anyone, make conversation,
sure.
by all means.
Sure.
The three over there seem pretty comfortable. They're just keeping to themselves, and you can kind of see with like the three drow over there. They're pretty quiet, secretive. They're just kind of like hunching
Right,
over,
they won't
talking
talk
to each
me.
other.
Yeah, they won't talk to me
They
at all.
won't. They're pretty.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of boring over here.
Yeah, that's why I'm letting you go and. So Durnan's kind of relieving you for a bit, so you can take a little bit of a break. Where is there someone you want to interact with, or where you want to go?
I would like to talk to Mayloon.
Mayloon, okay.
Mayloon.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. So make your way to Mayloon. Mayloon, pretty jolly guy. Blonde hair, blonde beard, scruff. He's a little bit of an adventurer too. He comes out to you. Hey there, how you doing? Good to see you again.
Hey.
Excuse me, you make these drinks pretty strong. I must say. And he gives you like a hard pat on the back. What do you put in this? It's
love.
All right, it's like there's like some hardcore stuff here.
I mean, Durnan he orders the really strong stuff,
It's like, yeah.
So yeah, I tried to get him to not do so strong, but they don't call it
No, it
Kill
helps me
Devil for
feel
nothing.
things. Oh, what do they call you?
No, the rum, they don't call it Kill Devil for nothing, so.
That's the rum. Have you gone down that well? He looks at you and seriously goes, "Have you gone down that well yet?"
No, of course not. Durnan told us that we're not gonna go.
Good. No, that's good because it's dangerous. You should not go down there. It's deadly.
Have you gone down the well?
I am not going to answer your question.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but I came over here because I've seen you, for the last couple of days or however long.
Oh, it's been here a long time. Yes.
And you keep bringing out this axe and you keep studying it and
yeah.
wiping it down, and I was just wondering what's going on with that. And
beats me. I've been looking at this thing for a good, what day is it? I don't know.
Spring.
Yeah, spring day. It's spring day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I've been looking at it for some time. I know it's mine. It has to be mine because It
It has-
feels right, you know the
Sure.
feeling of like when you grab something, right? And it
Uh-huh.
just sticks with you.
Yeah, like oatmeal.
Yes, exactly. I love your chef back there. Makes a good
He makes
steel cut oatmeal.
Such a good oatmeal. I don't know what he does. It is, or what they do. It is just
Oh,
chef's
There's
kiss,
some-
as we call it. You know?
this is the oatmeal.
No, no, I
must
don't
be
think
it.
this is the oatmeal.
That's it. No, it's the love.
It's a turn
You're
off.
right. It's
Um,
no, it's right.
but I was just wondering, like why you're carrying an
Mhm.
axe, because,
Mhm.
they don't take too kindly to people carrying weaponry around here. So I was just
Oh,
wondering
yeah.
why you're just like openly carrying an axe.
Oh, it's just for defense. I
Oh.
talked to Durnan. He knows about it.
Oh, I'm
It's
sure he
fine.
does. Just didn't know if there was anything behind
Mm.
that.
Behind the axe, it's just my hands. I'm holding it.
Oh, Mayloon, you're just such a character.
You
Slaps
too.
you on the back.
Oh, well, let me try. And hits you even harder. You felt something there. You think an organ may have shifted.
You think what?
You think an organ may have shifted.
yeah,
a bit, and then yeah, it was.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I love talking to ya. It's so physical sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's good. And no, just big. I just want to say, like, if you know, Oz, right? The one that does the room changing, right?
Oh, sure, of course I know that. Of course.
They are fantastic.
In what way?
Oh, there was a bunch of vomit last night. There was a whole bunch.
Mayloon, we talked about this. You gotta get a little better. You gotta get it under control, or else
Okay.
Durnan's gonna kick you out.
I don't want that to happen. I can't help it that my body really enjoys your drinks and then just decides to change.
Well,
its
now
mind
that you
later.
told me that you threw up for the 3rd day straight, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start cutting you off tonight.
No, please.
If you can go puke free, I'll make a deal with you. Go puke free. I won't cut you off. But if you're gonna go puking like you're looking like right now, we're gonna have to cut you off.
He's rolling a Constitution saving throw.
No.
He's good. He looks like he's about to blow chunks, but then I needed
Okay.
that. Thank
Yep. We're gonna need you to
That was
tighten
good.
up there. Gonna need you to tighten up.
you. And he tightens up the grip on his axe as you said
Not that way, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Take
Fantastic.
things so literally. Great.
Well, people tell me things. I tried to help. Just don't go down that well. Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't have any plans to do that. I'm just going to work
Fantastic. Well,
and make drinks
yes. Yes.
and I'm gonna come up with something new and fruity soon. So I hope you're ready.
Oh boy, that sounds something I probably wouldn't have, but maybe. We'll see.
Hey!
Yeah.
You said you would try it once, sometime. So I'm holding you to that.
Sometime, maybe winter day, because today is spring day. So we have to
Really
wait
far
a few.
away. Okay.
Well,
She doesn't try to hide her disappointment because she's really passionate about that. So she was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine."
Okay.
She brings a towel. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna enjoy. I have to focus more. Here.
On the axe.
Yes.
I hope you can remember where it came from and if it's truly
Yeah,
yours.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right.
Okay.
But thank you. It's good to
It's
see
nice
you.
chatting with you. Hey, no throw ups.
Yes.
No throw ups tonight.
No throw ups.
Bad
I will
deal.
not throw the sacks up at all. No, I won't.
You will not throw up your alcohol tonight and food and whatever you throw up.
Oh yes. Okay. Will do.
Okay. Bye.
I had to mute my mic for a second. That took some time. That took some time. Oh, that was good. Okay.
That was good.
Thank you. Oz. Right now, on the map, you descended down the stairs. On the left side of the map. You're kind of near. There's to the left of you is like the VIP room, or just like an exclusive room that a lot of the big people go to that reserve. And then Durnan's office is southwest of you as well. So just kind of laying out the area for everyone.
Okay.
Excuse me. Is there someone or something you wanted to do?
I think
Some
first.
person you wanted to visit? Kimarie? Adult themes? Yeah, this is why I made that.
Was there someone you wanted to do?
Is there someone you wanted to do?
Red flag.
Mm-hmm.
I think first Oz would go to the bar and ask for their usual after getting done cleaning Mayloon's
Sure.
room.
Sure. You go to Durnan. Hey, Oz. What's... Do something?
Yeah, could you just make
You
me my
smell-
usual? I just
Oh.
got done cleaning Mayloon's room and it was rough.
Yeah, I could see the crumbs on his face. Yeah, he's talking to Miki right now, and out of all the people, I don't know why Miki wanted to talk to him, but fine.
I don't know.
Sure. Let me. I know how you like it here. And Durnan gets out a tall glass, fills it to the brim. It's actually already kept in kind of like a cold. It's relatively close to the touch. He has a special compartment for frozen mugs, and he brings a tall glass out for you, fills it with ice, and then just fills it up with water and gives it to you.
Perfect.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I know that's what you like. You like really, really cold water.
Yep.
Are you just gonna make conversation with someone? You're just gonna take a break a little bit?
Yeah, I might need to go change clothes too, because the smell just seems to be following me around as well.
Hold on, I think Obaya. After kind of like talking to Zymina comes by. Do you think you can give my friend here a little bit of help? And she looks at you and goes, "Of course," and waves her hands around and casts prestidigitation on you.
Digitation.
Prestidigitation, which cleans your clothes, just lickety split,
Oh my
and
goodness.
and gets rid of the odor as well. And Obaya goes, "Oh yeah, that was not a good look for you." I'm glad I could help. And she turned in Obaya, and Obaya goes back to her seat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know, Dan, is there someone, like, is Oz the type of person to go and just talk with one of the regulars, or?
As a DM perspective, I just want to give you time to get to know your character a little bit more and also talk to someone to give you the opportunity. Azrael would make conversation with people, not overly eager to talk to someone, but makes conversation. It's getting to know someone, get more information, maybe something that could provide some answers.
Okay.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right. I just wasn't sure if Oz would, like, go and talk to, like, one of the people that he knows well, or, like, one of the regulars type of thing.
You get a strong pull to talk to Jalister on the northwest side. For some reason, you don't know why, but it's like you just hear his name for some reason, or just drawn to it.
Am I hearing that voice? No.
A little.
Oh, man.
More whisper, you kind of just hear a little bit of like a, You see Jalister sitting there. Two ales with an apple wedge. One in front of him,
Appletini.
half. A little bit, yeah. Pardon me. Sorry, not 100% yet. I'm trying to get the voice back up. You see, yeah, Jalister's mug is like half full, and then the other one just hasn't been touched.
Hmm.
And he sits there, not somber, but just looking down, looks up at you. Hi.
Hey, how's
I
it
was-
going?
Well, you know, with what happened, it could be better. I'm making do with everything. Thank you. Would you like to keep me company for a little bit?
Sure. I got some time. Does
He
Oz
nods
know
at-
what happens?
You do.
Okay.
So Jalister looks at you. Yeah, Pharaoh really liked this place. I miss him so much already. Just for context, Faerul Dunblade, F as in Frank, Aerrel. Dunblade is Dunblade. He was Jalister's boyfriend who was killed in a street fight last year. About a block. I think it was in the Dock Ward, which is a little bit south of here. Just the border of, and for the viewers at home, Waterdeep is divided into multiple wards. Right now, our players are in the Castle Ward, which is a very protected part of the city, hence why not a lot of rough stuff happens here. Because the City Watch, or the town's guard, block around, make sure that everything is lined and fine. Just a few blocks south is the Dock Ward, which a lot of the seaports and warehouses are, and it's a little less friendly. You know that Pharaoh was killed in that street fight, and they would come here pretty frequently, order the same thing, and make it a routine to have drinks together and just catch up. Jalister looks at you and just says, "Yeah, I know he's gone. I know, but there's a part of me that thinks he's still here, and I frequently visit the City of the Dead on the east side, the cemetery, just to pay respects. And I didn't date a lot of people. I'm not the type of person to really, I don't know, put myself out there because I don't know. It's just I feel I can, with my profile and what I do, I feel like I can be a target for a lot of things. But Favorite never cared. He loved me for who I was, and not a care in the world, really. And you just see him just like look down at the drink, and he just adjusts the apple wedge. He always liked the apple wedge a little straight up too. He didn't like it tilted as much. He always was particular about those things. A little detail oriented. I didn't care. I just was happy to be with him. But how's your day going? How are things? I know you kind of look around the room a bit, right?
Yeah, I am. It's been pretty quiet. Aside from the
Yeah.
last room was kind of wild.
Oh, everything
Vomit.
okay?
It was vomit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little hard to deal with.
It keeps stuff interesting.
Yeah.
But
You do a great job, though. I mean, I don't visit the rooms too often, but it's pretty spotless.
thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, no, you're great. I mean, you provide such a hospitality, but like I don't know. It's just and he like looks at your drink. Oh, you don't like to drink? Oh, is it because you work here? Probably.
I just really like ice cold water. I
Why?
don't know. I'm not really sure why. I
Mhm.
like the way it feels going down, I guess. That really, really cold feeling as it's going down your esophagus.
Like you just like when you don't eat for like the day, then you just feel every single drop just
Mhm. Exactly.
pierce your soul a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, like no one really thinks of water too much. Like they're kind of underestimated of all drinks, but it's the most important drink to give you life
Exactly. Exactly.
or
Yeah.
death, depending if you drown in it. Really. Sorry, I'm getting a little
That
dark with this.
those would be the two extremes for
Yeah,
water.
yeah. I guess that's probably why I don't visit the dock ward as much anymore because of what happened. I'm sorry to bring it up. It's been a year and it's just been rough.
I understand.
Thanks. But I think I don't know. For some reason, I felt that like out of all the people here, you chose to be with me at this time. For some reason.
Some reason I'm not quite sure yet why, but
Well, if you ever, and he like leans close to you. I want you to make. Can you just make a straight charisma check for me, please? And again, audience, just letting you know, they don't know their stats at all. So I'm just gonna see what they roll, and I'm gonna look at Azrael's character sheet and see.
I
What
rolled
did
a
you get?
19.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Looks at you, and Jallister goes, I apologize for kind of leading you on before. I mean, yeah, I miss my boyfriend, but there's another reason I'm here. And he gets a little bit more serious and stern, but is in a more comforting way to let you know. I'm saying this because I trust you, and Durnan knows of this too, but he tells me not to tell his employees this just because of conflict of interest. I'm an agent of the Lord's Alliance. And in case you know, the Lord's Alliance is one of the many factions and organizations in Waterdeep. That reports directly to. I'm going to give you this now. 19. Laeral. Laeral Silverhand. It's Laeral. Silverhand is Silverhand. She is pretty much, in simple terms, in charge of Waterdeep. She's the head all be all mayor, lordress, like however you want to say it. She's like the city watch, the people, the guards. They report to their superiors that report higher up to Laurel. So she's the open lord of Waterdeep. He goes, yeah. She asked me to spy on adventurers who might, through their actions, aid or impale the city and its citizens. So, since the Yawning portal attracts a lot of people and creatures and things, I spent a lot of time here in the corner, keeping an eye out, trying to listen to things. I get distracted a lot with my boyfriend who I miss, but I have to be careful because even though there's no proof, I wonder if his death was caused.
Oh no. Dan's frozen.
That's some. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Can you hear me? See
I
me
can
now?
hear you now.
Okay, are we good?
The
Or am
last
I
word I
frozen
heard
still?
was cause.
His death was caused.
His death was
Okay,
caused.
okay.
Thank you.
Fun. Okay, episode 0, everyone. Okay. Mood. Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid that it was caused by my hand because they found out who I was or who I was working for. It's not proven, but I don't know. So I I trust you with this information. So please don't share with anyone. I think it's just because
Of course not.
I don't talk to a lot of people, and you seem pretty level-headed from what I know and what I've seen a lot of times. But
I'm sure you're right then.
there's a lot more than I lead on. Don't get me wrong, I still miss them, but it's just like that ice. It's like that iceberg, right? You see my surface level, and going back to that water analogy, right?
90%
Takes a drink.
underneath the surface. Yeah.
Yeah. He like looks at those goblins over there. I'm going to keep my eye on those too. They're giving that Zymina, right? They're giving them trouble, and Bonnie. They're probably grunts, but never underestimate anyone, really.
Right.
I hope you have a good day, and thank you for keeping me company.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope it. If you need another drink, I can send Miki over here.
I think I'm just going to sit here with my thoughts for now.
Okay.
But thank you. And if you're interested in that, let me know. Maybe I can get you an in.
I'll think about it.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Garrett Craig. So there are our chef. So you were just Bonnie came in right when Zymina and her kind of went off. Bonnie comes in. Ah, Craig, how you doing, honey? You doing a good job with your meals out there. A lot of customers liking it.
That's good.
I know you put your love into every single dish you make, honey.
What can I do for you?
Oh, nothing. I'm just passing the time. Everyone's kind of winding down. I think we're gonna get into our dinner shift pretty soon. Just want to make sure you're all ready to go for that, because I heard we may be having some of our extinguished guests coming soon. Now,
Just finished prep for the dinner hour.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If you want, like, I can just kind of make sure no one. If you want to take a little bit of time for yourself and get a couple minutes to yourself, I can just make sure no one touches your food or does anything nasty to it. If you want to go.
I might go out and take a smoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, let's throw that in there. Yeah. If your character smoke, yeah, you get you actually kind of have near the fire when you do like a lot of your healing process, you have a small pack of what just looks like some wrapped herbs that you have in a special case has like a kind of a dark red and orange tint to it. And you're gonna have it, and you love the taste. It's a very smoky, no pun intended, taste to it. Very rich, almost like a charcoal-ish type of aftertaste to it, but you really enjoy it. And it's pretty big. It's like a big honking cigars. You have there.
It's like a Cubano.
Kind of. It's legal in Waterdeep.
I take my pipe and I go and I go to the bar to get a drink.
Sure. You see Dern in there. Looks at you. Oh, you're taking a smoke break in the tavern again, huh?
I mean, you pay me enough. I
do. We went over the rules. As long as it isn't at anyone's like direct faces, it's fine. And
I'm just gonna sit over by the fire.
All right. And then the drow kind of looks at you, and then you look at them with your cigar. Then they immediately look down and look at their drinks.
By the way, can I get one of those flaming spiced ales?
Yeah, of course. I know that's your favorite. And he gets out. He gets the ales and then pours some cinnamon in there, some chili powder, and also just a couple kind of unlabeled, just bottles of whatever it is, whether it's a powder, some liquid. It's like something out of a laboratory. It's pretty high-end stuff that's not given to a lot of people. Mixes it all together, and then at the end has like a red, kind of like a peppercini, like a little chili as a garnish, and gives it to you. So there you go.
I don't know who makes these better, you or Miki.
Well, I taught Miki this, so we're
Definitely
equal.
me.
As you say that, can you roll a? No, we're not gonna roll a perception. I like that. We're gonna keep that.
Oz chuckles
welcome.
because he's behind the bar now too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Miki, he's really eccentric in his work.
Yep.
As you heard his work.
Yeah, I was just about to say he.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you gonna wait right now?
Yep.
I'm a boy!
You're a boy.
You're a man.
You're a bitch.
Oh man, my whole perception has changed.
For a long time.
Hold on.
Let's put this down right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was gonna be acting a
welcome.
fool there
Yeah.
for a second.
Nope.
Work.
I'm a boy! Okay, hold on. I have to change my perception of myself for like a few seconds.
This is now, guys, with roleplay. This is you rolling with it. So now, you thought you were a girl at first. You go by he, him. You are male. All right. Jordan resumes this conversation with you, Garrett Craig. Yeah, Craig, and he calls you Craig, by the way. Yeah, Craig. Yeah, Miki's really eccentric with his drinks. I can tell he takes a lot of pride in what he does. It gives him some sort of purpose. But so do you. You put a lot of work into what you do, so you deserve a break.
Thanks, boss.
Anytime.
I appreciate it.
No, and you can always call me Jordan. You don't have to call me boss. But you live here too, and I appreciate what you do.
I just prefer to show the proper deference that you deserve.
Oh, you're very kind. Also, and I'm going to let everyone know too, your employee evaluations are today. I have to for the ward purposes. So I'm going to have your one-on-one meetings and provide your feedback, kind of letting you know, like, how everything's going, what we can improve in. Standard things. All of you're not getting fired. It's fine. You're just... You know how the City Watch breathes down my neck at times, even though they know who I am.
You just let me know when, boss. I'll be there.
No worries. Probably until we get the dinner shift taken care of and everyone's all set, then I'll have one-on-ones in my office and we'll talk.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go do whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna go. I go sit down by the fireplace.
Okay. And that's in Durden's office, by the way. Just letting you know, on the far left side. But he allows you to go in there because you like that spot. Are you looking to have a conversation with anyone, or are you just kind of spending time by yourself? I just want to give you an opportunity in case you wanted to talk to someone.
Sorry.
That's okay. I know that cigar is really getting... That drink is really spicy too, but you can handle it. Not a lot of people can drink it, but
What a combo!
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No worries. Did you want to talk to anyone in the tavern, or you want to kind of keep to yourself, Craig?
I'm gonna keep to myself for right now.
Sounds good. All right. Sounds good. Well, as time kind of winds down a bit, we're getting into the dinner rush. And we are going to go to another map for now. In a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to narrate a little bit of changes. So Obaya has left for the day, as spoke with Zymina leaving. You also see the 3 drow that were at the bar, they leave. And over time, 2 other drow come in different attire, both carrying guns. They're gunslingers. At the side, they nod to Durnan as they come in, and they sit in the south side. You also see what looks like a mother and her child come in, both humanoid. The child kind of looks like a teenager, like Miki and Durnan. You know that they probably can't drink, but the mother needs some me time and needs some good wine, and is just bringing the kid here just because they have to. You see that it's been a long day for them, and like you whip up like good wine for her. Then what would you like make for the teenager? You're not an alcoholic drink. What would you make?
I would make a non-alcoholic version of my cherry cream soda.
Mm-hmm. All right. Your specialty, right? Your personal favorite.
Absolutely,
right?
my personal favorite, just non-alcoholic, because
There you go.
what kid wouldn't want that?
Yeah. So now all of you know your own favorite drinks. And Miki, you know Oz's favorite drink, Zymina's favorite drink.
Yeah, it's lame.
You think it is.
We're gonna talk about it later.
No, we're not.
But you work on the perfect temperature to keep it at, because that's what's the most important thing. It's not so much what's in the drink, it's more of how it's kept.
Yes, okay, the temperature.
Yes.
I can work with that.
Yes, you can. All right. So the teenager kind of looks at the drink, looks at you like, really? Like, I have to have this? But then you kind of egg him on. He
Like,
drinks
for real,
it.
just try it. Like, just trust me, just try it. Like,
Drinks it.
you're gonna like
it. Loves it. And the mom is like, oh, thank God, finally. Thank you for giving him
You're
something
welcome.
that. Keep it coming, please.
You betcha. I gotcha.
I'm getting a wagon to come, so I won't be.
Oh, you got Uber coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Waterdeep Uber.
Waterdeep, yeah.
No.
Uber.
A woober.
A Uber.
This is the thing. If
No.
you're going to be throwing these in the campaign, I'm going to be using them. I'm going to make them a lot worse against you. So keep that in mind.
Didn't I read
Kimarie.
there is like it's like a taxi service almost?
Yeah.
There's also like a double-decker bus service.
Yes.
That's a
There are.
wagon.
Mm-hmm.
This
So
city has everything.
It really does.
It does. It does.
Yep. The Uber and the
Well,
one stop.
Yes. So
Hire coach. There we go. That's what I meant to say.
a hire coach, yes. So there are different types of transportation here in
Yeah, the
Waterdeep. You
Uber.
have your drays, which is just a standard, a towering vehicle. It's kind of like the bus that was mentioned before. It like a lot of people go on there, especially during festivals and events. But you guys all know it's best to be careful because it's a good pickpocketing opportunity for people to kind of go in and kind of steal coin and change, because who would want to cause a scene on a big crowded bus, and some people may not even know. The higher coaches are like next up, which is like a nice relative comfort travel. A little bit more pricey, but gets the job done. For super fancy times, you want to get a carriage, which a lot of the nobles like to use, in which you can comfortably have like at least 4 people on there, and they have their own personal chauffeur, horses. And then there's also Uber, which will be discussed later.
What have
Okay.
you done,
Which
Kimarie?
That was a placeholder.
Thing now, when we do role play and Dan's the DM, you improvise. Uber is now part of Waterdeep.
You should
It's
have
a-
known this. You should have known.
It's a rideshare in which different strangers of any type of people come together and just gamble with whatever person or anything is in there. But if they tip the driver a lot, then maybe they can just go by themselves.
And other sketchy things happen, of course.
Maybe. We don't know yet. So the mother goes, yeah, I'm getting a Uber later, and it'll just be me and him. So, thank you. Just keep coming with the wine, please.
Yes, of course.
Long day.
Of course.
Then you see also come in. Looks like to be a couple. This kind of elven, very high elven woman with a short dwarven man. Looks like a Durgar. And what Durgar are? They're pale dwarves. Normally live underground, so they have no skin, no tan on themselves. Just big white beard coming out. She's dressed to the nines. She has hair kind of covering one of her eyes a bit, and she looks around, and she just points that one, and goes to the far north end, which is kind of like a high. If you look at the map, it's like a dining room table, with the red carpeting up there. Three strings. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Would we recognize this? Would any of us recognize this elvish woman?
Good question. Both of them, no. They look to be tourists of some sort. However, she's dressed like she's like a noble, but even Durnan's looking at you at the bar, and he goes, "Oh yeah, she's trying way too hard to."
Okay, so she's like a wannabe noble.
Kind of and just in fact, we're not sponsored by any brand, so let's just say Gucci. But you want to look good, and they have good quality stuff. It's just sometimes it's the same fabric. I don't know. Anyways, they take the table over there. Three strings moved over. He's still in there. Mayloon is still there. Pumpernickel and Melanor are still same spot. But then, and there's also another goblin that just walked in. But now, someone else came in that all of you are familiar with. You see this floating, giant, spherical creature come in with one big eye in the center. Stalks with other eyes coming out. Big teeth. And you see this individual is accompanied by a bugbear, which is a giant creature with a lot of fur around. What you guys know to be a gazer, which is like a miniature version of this creature with green with little stalks. And then a mind flayer, which is...
Say what now?
Mm-hmm. And I'll show you pictures, I think in a second if I can.
So a beholder, a bugbear, and a mind flayer walk into a bar.
Walk into a circus. You beat it. Oh my god. I hate you.
Sounds like the butt of a
Very
joke.
good. Very good.
Yes. They all walk in, and the creature, the one-eyed creature, looks at Durnan. And Durnan nods, escorts them to the left side of the tavern, where now you get to see the Yawning portal at night.
What did the beholder say? You kind of froze.
You cut out.
Oh, no, okay. He goes, VIP.
Still didn't pick up half of it.
VIP room.
VIP room. Yep. And you all know this to be Xanathar. Xanathar is very well known in the city of Waterdeep. He owns his own gang and faction, which deals with crimes, murder, anything illegal. He typically has mind flayers, bugbears, and gazers in his arsenal as lackeys in the city. And let me see if I can bring it up, because Xanathar is pretty popular. Let's see here. He should be here, right? Here he is. Let's show. Oh, maybe I can just show you a little bit. Just bio and information. Let me just do this to you here.
Cute.
Yep, right. So he has a little bit of a blue tint, as you can see there. Sharp teeth. Can everyone roll a nature check for me, please?
Wait.
So just roll a d20,
Sure.
and then I want to see how much you know about beholders, everyone.
Good lord.
7.
I don't know if I
Okay.
want to know anything.
Sometimes you can't unhear things, I mean, especially with you.
I got a 2.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
I rolled an 8. I don't know if I have to add anything to that.
I'm looking here.
We can gotta make our
I would
math.
say Oz would have a lot like more information than the normal person. So not a lot of you know about holders or what they do. You do know that they're not necessarily good creatures. They're pretty violent, quick to anger, quick to kill. Not the most friendly. Oz,
Yes.
you know, with beholders as well as with Xanathar in particular, paranoia is the number one thing. Beholders, especially with Xanathar, needs to have control with a lot of things, needs to keep a lot of things in motion. And you've heard tales of him killing his own people, just on the fact that there was a whiff that they betrayed him. That's why he kind of rules with a strong gaze, so to speak, making sure everyone is in line.
Ooh.
So after Xanathar and those three come in, there is a female half-orc that comes in as well, sits at a table near the front. And you also see about 20 minutes later, a group of 5, kind of looks like thugs, that come in too, and they all have eye tattoos, like kind of like all over their face and head. All shaved heads, by the way. Kind of wearing the same garb. There's one that stands out in particular that wears kind of more of a blackish garb. You guys probably, especially with you, Zymina, with your perception and looking into this, you kind of know that the one with the black garb is more of the superior, the leader of the group of thugs that are there. And they sit and they look at the lady half-orc that is at front as well. You have not seen the half-orc lady there before, neither those thugs that are there. And all this is happening in the kid that you were helping, Miki, is just enjoying that cherry cream soda, totally not paying attention to anything. The mom is getting too buzzed to even care.
Right
The
on.
other, yeah, Bonnie is kind of keeping her eye out as well, looking in here. And then pretty much as the day goes on, everyone gets their food without a problem. Everyone gets their drinks. Zymina, you serve everyone. You and Bonnie tag team, double team, divide the tables. You're good. Garrett Craig, you make Xanathar's food as well as the groups. It's always to par. You do a good job. Durnan helps you out with that. Durnan overlooks the food, makes sure it's all good. He doesn't worry about you, but still makes sure that's good, because he even tells you if he catches a whiff of something wrong with food, he thinks you're going to poison him and probably kill you. So that's why I'm here.
No pressure.
Yes. And then, as you can see, there is a door. If I don't know how to select it, but like, there's a door right above Xanathar in the kitchen. I'm new to Roll20 though, but no. Yep, thank you. Yep, there's a door right there that goes strictly to the room that Durnan helps and takes care of. When everyone gets their drinks, takes care of. Durnan goes to you, Garrett Craig, and says, okay, I think everyone's taken care of. I'm going to start employee evaluations. I don't want to get these out of the way so that we can continue our shift, okay? And then I'm just going to record it. Did you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. Yeah, come into my office, and then he escorts you to the bottom left corner, which is office where you took your smoke break. and they're the fire. So he sits in one chair, and then you sit in the other chair. And he says to you, he goes, how do you think you're doing here? I hate asking that question. How do you think you're doing here?
I feel like I do pretty good. I keep the kitchen like absolutely clean, so I don't
Oh,
get
there you
so we don't get the city oversight on us for that. Kind of keep them out of our hair, keeps them from
Okay.
looking at other things.
Okay. Good. I'm just gonna quickly get to the point. If people have found hair in their food. And it's, I have to say, I mean, it's a little bit, and I know your situation, but just try to, if you can, just take more measures if you can. Again, I have to say it, and I know you're doing a good job. Just be a little more aware. Like double check your dishes once you go through, just so there's not a few fibers in there, and just do what you gotta do.
Sorry,
I mean,
boss.
yeah, that's my job. I'm the manager. I have to say it. Okay. Do you acknowledge that I gave you this critique?
I acknowledge the critique. I will do my best.
Sign here, and then he gives you paper and then the signature. It just says, I listened to what Durnan had said. It's very straight to the point. He just is like over it and done with it. He says, okay, thanks. Let's see here. Let's roll a d4 and see who's next. Can you get Miki in here, please? Yeah. Okay.
Hi,
So.
Hi.
Oh. Well.
Hi, Durnan.
Well, well, I
Sorry.
guess Craig, you don't have to get Miki anymore. Miki, were you listening? Miki, these are supposed to be confidential. I mean,
Oh,
were
sorry.
you listening at the door?
No, I was just coming in because I
Oh.
thought it would be my turn next.
Well, that's very convenient. Okay. Oh, Craig, you can go back to the kitchen, do what you need to do. Miki, come in.
Yes,
come
sir.
in. All right.
Hey.
Thanks.
Hey.
Hi. We're speeding up things here, getting through evaluations. How do you think you're doing here?
I think I'm doing very well, and I think I am making the most money. With my specialty drinks.
He like looks at you like puzzled, like really?
Like, I mean, not like the most money, but like I feel like I'm bringing in extra income for the bar.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do help with that sometimes.
And I feel like I'm getting better at confrontations with unruly people.
Well, I mean, you are, and he's like trying to figure out like the right words to put it, and it's like, I mean, yeah, you talk about things, and people sometimes listen to you, and I know you talk more about what your drinks and what you like, but that's not but that's good to hear. He like changes the conversation to try to like do the good news bad news situation thing. He's not really good at this.
Durnan, what are you trying to say? Just spit it out.
The rats.
The rats?
Like I know we had a rat infestation recently.
Yeah, we tried to cover that up though.
Yeah, but the thing is, you haven't gotten rid of them. Sorry. Where go I break? Dang it! No. He looks at you and goes, "Okay, listen. I know you really like rats, and they're your favorite animal. You tell me that.
I
all
named
the
each
time.
one of them. Toby, Keith, McGuire.
Hold on, let me write this down. Toby, Keith, McGuire. Okay, those are the names of your three rats.
And Percy, you can't forget Percy.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid I saw Percy outside, and I may have sent him away.
You
Well,
didn't.
I
He was the best we had.
he had 3 legs.
That's what made him so great.
No.
Anyway, Miki, we have to be careful
Okay,
here.
I'm sorry.
We
sorry,
can't.
boss.
Like, I understand you like them, and maybe you like have a way with them. I don't know, but just
Sorry,
for
boss.
crying
They're
out
just
loud,
drawn
Miki.
to me. They're
Uh,
just drawn to me.
they're drawn to food and fruits from your drinks. Like they're
You think
rats,
that's what it
Miki.
is? Oh, yeah. I mean, they're rats, but like we communicate. You know, like we have the secret
Yeah.
bond, and especially McGuire. You know, I know
Yeah,
exactly what he's
he
saying.
likes the cheese. You feed him cheese all the time.
Well,
You
yeah,
need
'cause he's
one
a good
slurpee.
boy.
Give him cheese too. Like you, it's the cheese with you. And like we have limited supply. And Garrett Craig one day is asking, "No, where's my cheese?" And I'm like, maybe
Well,
just
If it's
lack
that
of
big of a deal,
shipment.
just take it out of my pay, okay? Like, I'm sorry that I have to give them cheese sometimes in order for them
okay.
to obey me.
Let's. That's Miki. That's something. No, Kimarie. That's something your character would do.
I know.
Keep it in
I
mind.
know.
You're catching on a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you got rid of Percy. I have to cross his name off of my book here.
Percy's gone. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
Yes.
it.
Yep. Percy's gone. So, listen. I care about you, and I appreciate you.
I know
do.
you're like the only father figure I know, Durnan. So I know
I know, and it's been rough at times, and I'm proud of you because you're the only person I know here that could really handle the drink orders to the same caliber as I do. That's why I've trained you specifically for this, because you're capable of this. It's like natural for you, right? So easy with the rats, or just keep them the hell away from the food and the tavern or something.
I'll talk to them later tonight.
Like if you want to diseases and stuff. Okay.
No, like I got them checked out. Like they're disease free. Like good to go.
A rat doctor? I don't know any rat doctors in Waterdeep. Miki, are you lying to me?
No, I just like.
Oh, you checked them out yourself.
Yeah.
Can you roll a medicine check for me, please?
You betcha, boss.
Yeah, thank you.
That's 5.
They look healthy and fine. You didn't see any problems with them. No diseases or anything.
I can just tell.
Yeah. You're pretty
Poor
confident
Percy.
about that. Well,
All right,
okay.
so but that's all that you like. That's all that we have to talk about. I don't need to work on anything else, or.
No, you're fine. Just the rats. I have to just keep in mind. Oh, by the way, just please sign here, saying that you listened to my critique or just slap your hand on it. I don't care.
Do I know how to write my name?
You do.
Okay.
Yep.
Me.
You actually do a really good cursive.
G.
I had to get another sheet of paper because you took up the whole damn thing.
It was just a little flourish, darn it. You know, I gotta do a flourish.
Yes. Okay. Could you send Oz in here? Actually, no. Can you send send Oz in here, please?
Sure.
Mhm.
Hey, Oz, it's your turn for the review.
You find Oz standing behind the bar, like looking dumbfounded, like I don't know what to do. You guys just disappeared.
I mean, I got it now. Thanks for holding down the fort. You're doing a great job. Boss man wants to see ya.
Okay.
So
bye.
we can go. Okay, bye. Good luck.
Hey, Oz. Hey, come in. Oh.
You can't see me. There we go.
And he like rubs his head after this and just says, That took a little bit longer than expected. Sorry about that. How are you doing? How do you feel about working here? How are things?
I love it, but if Mayloon keeps vomiting in his room, I'm gonna ask for a raise, because that's just...
Yeah, I know.
Whew.
It's interesting with him. He looks at that axe of his all the time.
Right?
I wonder if there's something going on there.
It's a good question.
It could be a fun project for you. You seem to know him the best out of the four of you.
Yeah, I thought about going to talk to him earlier, but Miki was already there, so...
No, Miki likes talking to everyone.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
But Miki's special. Miki has a gift. Just like all of you do.
I have a gift for house cleaning.
Oh no, connection.
Oh,
There
you
go.
froze.
Can you guys hear me?
There we
you
go.
I know, I saw it. The music just stopped for me. I'm like, no. Okay.
I was like, that was perfect timing. That was perfect timing. It's like, I have a gift for housekeeping.
Okay. So it looks at you and says, listen, I have nothing to critique about. How's the voice going? Are you getting more of it?
I kind of heard a little something today.
What does it say to you? And you see Durnan, he's readjusting himself. Like, you see him pretty lax for the most part, you know him, but he's looking with intent at you right now. Like, he's really focused.
A lot of times it's not really anything specific.
Out of curiosity, are you lying to him? Are you holding back information? How are you approaching this? Are you gonna be 100% truthful with him, or what are you thinking?
I was vamping while I tried to subtly look back at my notes.
That's okay.
I think Oz would be truthful with Durnan.
Okay. Sure. Out of game.
I mean, what do you think?
No, you would be. I think you would be. I'm kind of leaving that in your court just to kind of see how you would be. Yeah. But you know the voice that you hear is at night. It's a feminine voice.
Right.
That kind of does a low, almost gentle tone, but it's mysterious, and has been saying to you, "My child." Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna tell him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like other than like inklings that Oz gets, like with Jolister.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Where it's like a whisper or a tug, it's not really anything specific.
So you got a tug with choosing Jolister.
Yeah. Yeah. Which turned out to be interesting because he told me something about himself.
What did he tell you?
Something that you already know that I don't really feel like I should say it out loud again.
What did he tell you?
Would Oz be uncomfortable, or would he be like...
You're pretty uncomfortable right now, yeah.
Okay.
But Durnan is a very straight, like, matter-of-fact type of person.
Yeah.
To the point. He's like, he likes to make sure everything's running smoothly in the tavern and making sure, like, not one of you is getting sucked into anything.
Right.
Without consoling him first. Not trying to be a helicopter parent, but he's just in your best interest trying to, especially because he knew what happened to his boyfriend, which was his boyfriend. And knowing that, you know, he's just being extra careful.
Okay.
So what did he tell you?
He told me that he's an agent of the Lord's Alliance and that he's there keeping an eye on people. And he also told me offered me a position or a referral, I suppose. A referral if I would decide to join the Lord's Alliance, I guess.
He like looks down, looks back up. Well, I guess there's worse invitations out there, so to speak. Especially with.
Oh, you froze again.
He like whispers the name Xanathar to you. Just
hang on,
before you make any decisions. Again?
You froze again.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're almost done.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he
worst offers out there.
The worst offers out there. He looks at you and says, before you make any rash decisions, just know all your options out there. Sure, you can be part of the Lord's Alliance, but there's other gangs and factions out there that maybe that's more suited for you and what you want to do. Or if this voice is something you want to pursue, maybe that's your calling. Just rely on people you can trust. Okay.
Do you really think I'd make a rash decision about something like this?
You could. Not saying you won't, but Bonnie's had her share too. Bonnie really cares for you, you know that.
Yeah.
She cares about everyone, but you and her have a special connection. You know that. Could you get Ximena? Oh, actually, could you sign acknowledging that you got my critique?
Yep.
Great.
Sign. Yeah. Okay.
Be careful of the voice. Okay. Could you bring Ximena in here?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I will go get Ximena and send them in to turn in.
All right.
Ximena will knock on the door before walking in.
Doors. You can come in, Ximena. You're always so formal. I appreciate that. It's not like you a lot, but I appreciate the sentiment.
You said it's not like me a lot?
Not really.
Well,
but it's fine.
It's just good to keep up appearances. But you said you had needed me?
Yeah, have a seat. How's everything? Yeah, how's everything? Anything you want to improve on? Sorry, I'm rambling.
Cut out a little bit in the middle of that.
Yeah, he's slurring a little bit. He's just like, is there anything you want to improve in? Blah, blah, blah. He's just like going through everything. He's like sick of this.
Nothing I can really think of at the moment, but
okay.
I'm just rolling with the days as they come.
Okay. I don't know how to put this. I mean, you can still wear it if you want. It's just a note to be careful. The necklace you're wearing. That with the diamond in the middle, like the diamond shape in the middle, and the black cross with like the crimson red in the middle. It goes well with your aesthetic. Don't get me. You know how to dress. You know how to keep up appearances. That's for sure.
Is there something wrong with it? Is it drawing
no
many people's attention?
I mean, I know there were a couple goblins giving you trouble earlier today.
Well, that doesn't really bother me, but I mean,
I know.
If this is something important, is it something that Ximena really remembers, or is it something that they just wear because they feel like it's important to them?
You wear it because it feels like it's important to you, and it looks good. It actually kind of goes with your aesthetic pretty well. It matches.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good quality. And it's not like a choker, and it's not super dangly either. It's a nice fit necklace. No, I saw the way you were looking at how the goblins were feasting their food.
Well, it's more to keep up appearances of everyone here. You know, we can't have sloppy patrons, but the best I can do is make sure they don't make a further mess.
We understand that, but there's going to be some creatures in here that are complete slobs and are going to make messes. And I understand you may not like people engorging. It's just I value you, and this is just a critique of I don't want you to get landed into trouble if someone catches you with your facial cues of how you present yourself in front of people. I mean,
Okay.
you make quite a bit of coin. I mean, Bonnie's great and all, but you listen, you analyze, and then you capitalize. You know how to play the game. You know it very well, and not a lot of people can notice that, but you and I both know how you play. And you play to win. Which I respect.
I would say, it would kind of like narrow their eyes at him, not in like an accusing way, more of in shock,
Smart.
just
Smart.
because of what was her name?
Obaya?
Just because of what Obaya had said to her, and they would
Mhm.
just casually mention that.
I
You know,
mean,
it's funny
maybe
that you're the second person to say that to me today.
Oh, Obaya.
Yeah, she seems to be
Jeez.
pretty perceptive, as if she knows more about myself than I do.
Maybe. But I think there's some things that we all don't know about ourselves that we have to explore later on. Sometimes growth comes naturally. Things happen. You just have to really explore that. For me, with you, being completely candid here, because I know you value just blunt honesty here. I know how you are. And you're great at it. Just be mindful when, just imagine there's people watching everywhere, especially for you. It wouldn't surprise me if you got some of factions recruiting you specifically. So,
And they would kind of like sigh as if it's more of a bothersome thing just because of how long they've been working here. It's like, I don't really want to have to worry about that right now, but I'm assuming it'll happen at some point.
Yeah.
But
probably.
does Imina feel like hiding the necklace would be more of like they would not? Would that be something they would do or take it off, or would they just continue to wear it? Do you think?
No, you like the necklace. It's kind of, you don't want to like say it's my identity. No, but it looks great on you. You're confident wearing it. You feel like you should wear it. And you're like, I shouldn't have to take it off for anyone to please anyone else. It's my necklace. That's what I like.
I think Zymina would respond professionally, but
Mhm.
make it known that she would, or they would continue to wear it, and
Mhm.
they would just say, "Well, I will take the criticism into consideration, but I
Mhm.
think I will still continue to wear it just because I feel like it's important to have it on me at all times."
Of course. Yeah. Jordan will be like, yeah, I think it's fine. Again, I respect you. I know what you're doing. And I have your support. So I just care about you. Okay. I'll sign the paper acknowledging that you yada 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 talked about your necklace and how you look at people.
I would say during this whole time they would have tried to make their face as neutral as possible and just kind of delicately sign the paper almost in like a cursive. Not great, but enough.
It's not as big as Miki's.
No.
That's for sure.
It's as big as Mickey's.
All right. You and Durnan walk out of his office, and you arrive in the main lobby area. And you see the thugs go around the female ogre. All of you see this now.
Ogre or half orc, just for
Sorry,
clarification.
half orc. Thank you.
Okay.
So the guy dressed in black looks at the half orc and goes, "Ya pig, like killing me mates, does ya?" Then the 7-foot tall half orc is hit by a wild swingy punch from him. And then the 4 others stand behind him, ready to jump into the fray. The half orc cracks her knuckles, roars, and leaps at the tattooed figure. But before you can see if blood is drawn, everyone in the tavern clusters around the brawl. What do you guys do?
I would say Zymino would look toward Durnan, since this is something that they think he would be handling. But if there's any special course of action, they are ready and just watching to make sure if there's anything that they need to do.
Craig, you come out of the kitchen. You see this happening. Miki and Oz, you're together behind the bar. You see this happening. Are you guys kind of doing the same thing? You're just all kind of looking at Durnan and see what he's looking at?
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
look at Durnan and just be like, boss, should we go take care of this? Like, see how it plays out? Like, what are we doing?
He puts his hand up. I think she's got this. And sure enough,
Oh.
that
Okay.
half-orc woman punches without a problem this guy and cracks his jaw and spins and falls face first on the floor. Then another one of the thugs comes up, tries jumping on top of her. The other one tries to do a couple uppercuts, on her other side. And then she picks the thug, throws him over the bar. And actually, Oz, you have to kind of dodge out of the way a little bit.
I picture
Oh,
Miki and Oz both just ducking down and then standing back up.
And then you're like,
Um,
oh, come on.
I gotta clean that up.
Gotta clean that up.
I
And
just
then,
admire her. I'm like, what a woman.
Do you still have your cigar as you say that?
Yes.
Sure. Perfect. Durnan, after seeing her winning, Durnan comes over here and yells at the thugs, "Get out!" And they all scamper and run out of the tavern in fear. And the other thugs kind of carry the black figure as they get out. And Durnan goes, "Are you okay?" And the half orc's like, "I've had worse. Nothing bad. Fine." Just wipe some snot off. And then the woman with the Duragar, this half a woman, she snaps, Excuse me? Excuse me?
Uh-oh.
I don't appreciate this type of atmosphere here, okay? I am a paying customer. Okay, this is not uncalled. And as she's going on, something comes up from the well.
No,
You see,
Nope.
not this.
ringing out, a hulking creature climbs out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, a long carrot-shaped nose, and bloodshot eyes, as it bares its yellow teeth and howls. You can see that a half-dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its body like a leech, like a mosquito,
Yeah.
with 3 more circling above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear as they see if they can if I can bring it out here. There you go. You see the troll right over here. And you see sturges, which are these mosquito-like bat creatures. They're leeches. Like some of them are on the troll, others circling around. Carol is her name. She's the one snapping. She's like, okay, and this is a show? Come on, where's my... And then the troll grabs her and tosses her up in the air, eats her. Blood everywhere, screams happening.
Oh, what a shame.
Marvin, her husband, is like, okay. And that's where we're going to roll out of today's episode.
Oh my goodness!
There's a troll in the hole.
Troll in the hole.
Not a troll in the hole.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah, we're going
troll
to
toll.
play the troll toll. So, yeah, we're going to start, a heads up with everyone, with combat. First thing.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Next
No. There we go.
Yeah, I froze again. We're getting into Waterdeep Dragon Heist now. So
Okay.
I hope everyone enjoyed. I know a lot of information has been revealed, so I'll marinate in that for a bit. Big shout out to all the people that joined and watched the stream. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
It's a little nerve-wracking doing this. Kimarie, you know, I don't know how you do it, but I'm glad we
it
got
was
through
fun.
it. I hope you all enjoyed. Please follow us on YouTube and TikTok at Roll or Roleplay, and you can check us out there. But anyways, hope you all have fun. And this is Roll or
Roleplay!
Next week!
Yeah,
Next week. Weekly.
Next week, yes!
We're weekly now! We're
Weekly.
weekly
Oh my
now!
goodness.
Weekly schedule.
All right, bye guys.
Bye!
Bye.
Warp. Warp.